What's up, guys? Davenator1, 2, and 2, and I have a really quick little deck profile video for you. I was gonna do, like, my normal intro and things like that, but, turns out that filming in the new apartment is actually kind of a pain in the dick, so I might have some more shorthand videos for you for the time being until I can kind of get a better setup. But I wanted to get this one out because it's been testing really well and it's quite a bit of fun. This is my Kaiju Synchro. Basically, the point of this deck is to use your Kaiju files and all the searches you get with Waterfront and your, Oasis of Dragon Souls to get monsters on board, and tuning to get at your tuners so that you can have combinations of level 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s on the board to make a menagerie of Synchros. Now, I found that Level Leader is really, really useful in this deck. Instead of just going through and reading off what's in the deck, I figured I'd even go more shorthand than that, because I figured, well, man, you guys can just like look at this and build it how you want. But any interesting things of note is, like, we got one of the Jizukiru and one of the Thunder King, the Lightning Strike Kaiju. These guys are really, really powerful, and being a level 9 and a level 10 actually lets you get at things like Star Eater, Leo, and even things like Cloud Castle really easily, because your level leader combos really well with these. And then basically the rest of them are just the regular level 8 brigade, your Dagorons, Godarla, and Gamacell. The deck uses Gamacell a lot less as a win condition, but it still can. Next up, we have the two Radian, basically. This could be the Spider. That might even be better because it's weaker, so if you have to give it to your opponent, it's not such a big deal. But it doesn't have a quick effect, which I really like Dagoron and Radian for giving to your opponent, because you don't really want them to have Gamacell, Godarla, or either of these two, because these guys are just really big, and then this thing can use its effect, and so can he. And it's kind of a nightmare, so you kind of want to give your opponent this stupid thing. However, it is a little strong. So I don't know. I mean, I do like the Radiant token it can make. And then basically, we're going with one unknown Synchron, the 3 Jet Synchron, and then a Global Bulb and 2 Level Leader. Basically, this is our level modulation and our tuners. I kind of like Jet Synchron for this deck because it's essentially like a Plague Spreader zombie, but a level 1 instead of level 2, so it's a lot easier to use. And then we have tuning, which can search it. And the rest of this is pretty standard. We got a 1-for-1, we got our trade-ins and our terraformings. Slumbers with only 2 Kaiju files this time around. This could go to 3, as well as the Waterfront going to 3. I hate both of these at 3 because it clogs at 3, but you really do want to see them, so it's kind of a love-hate relationship with these. You might drop an Oasis of Dragon Souls, but I don't know. It seems to be testing really, really well, so I'm having a hard time deciding what I'd want to cut, if anything at all. And then basically, this could really be anything you want. There's some fun stuff in here. Like, you almost never go into any of these. You will make Phantom Fortress enter Blathanir a couple of times, because it's really easy to make with Cloud Castle. And Cloud Castle will bring back your Thunder King Lightning Strike Kaiju quite often, actually. Like, you actually can do some really stupid stuff where, like, you use, like, Level Leader and a Jet Synchron and this thing to make the Cloud Castle, then bring out the Cloud Castle to bring this thing back out, and then, or I've done it with Trish too, using Trish to actually make Cloud Castle. And it is really funny. Level Leader does some really nifty little plays. And you just go into some fun stuff. Like, I put Omega here to get some Kaijus back in the deck. Crimson Blader has a great matchup against things like Monarchs. I found that Scar Right is always nice to have every once in a while. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon is not impossible. Cloud Castle is actually kind of the MVP of the extra deck, even though it's kind of a stupid card. But this Phantom Fortress thing is just so very good that he's almost always a good option. Trish is fun if you can make him. He's a blowout against a lot of, rogue decks and things. And you find yourself making Star Eater and Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree, just to get Kaijus in the grave so you can resurrect them and do fun stuff with them. But anyway, the deck's been testing really well, so let's have a duel. Alright, this first one is against Lunalites. It's more of a demonstration of how the deck works if it's not actually Synchro Summoning. I wanted to have this one just because he does use, like, the fusion tag and the cattle call, and that's kind of cool. And he even has this Perform Pal Trump Witch, which is, his deck looked like it's solidly built. I think he might have misplayed because he didn't seem to do anything. But I figured, okay, this is how you Kaiju. It's pretty standard, like, just play Jizukiru, and this Kaiju Files card's turning out to be really powerful. I thought it was kind of underwhelming when it first came out, but it's turning out to be really, really good. Here, so I wait for him to summon, because he had 2 cards in hand, didn't know what the other one was, even though I watched him search Polymerization, I just forgot what it was. So I was like, alright, if he's got 2 cards in his hand, if he normal summons one, that means he can't make Scales. So yeah, knock his Scales out, he tries to activate one of the effects, negate it, and boom. But my piece de resistance is actually one watching it do the Synchro. It's kind of a more constructive replay. I just like the Luna one because his deck looked like it was pretty neat, and I might actually look into that deck anyway. But basically, he's playing Coco Dark Magician, I guess. This thing's kind of cool. It's like a little draw engine. Get all the counters. Ugh, Twin Twister's so good with Waterfront. But here I am, just trying to dick around. Like, all right, what can I do? We'll get rid of his Dagoron, Kaboom. Destroy that for an 8. Go into Cloud Castle, bring it right back. Make enter Blathanir and knock a card out of his hand. I figured, that way he's pretty much got nothing. So he goes into this thing. I still can't figure out why that thing's coming up as anime, all the Dark Magician ones. So he didn't really get anything, so I'm like, alright, you know what? Before I do anything, let's try to knock that Dark Magician out of his hand. Ooh! Got him. And now I think we might be having a good day. So here I am. I'm like, all right, I could go into, what was it, Star Eater, but I decided against it. I was just trying to see what I could mill with Glow Up Bulb. I wasn't necessarily going to use him, but it's nice to have the option because your opponent's probably not going to attack into it. I mean, why would they? So here we are using files to actually trip Jizukiru, which is really a stupid little combo. And, at this point, he's really running out of resources. Ooh, gotcha. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the deck. I'm curious to see what you guys have as far as suggestions go. And if you guys do any testing on your own, let me know if there's any cards or anything that you want to throw in here that might work really well. I'm not too familiar with the Synchron engine. I just was like, oh wait, I think tuning can search these things, and then like I think these two are good, so like I just threw them in, and then they ended up working really well. Ryan kind of gave me the skeleton of the deck, and I kind of tweaked it to how I liked it. But this might not be ideal because I'm not, like I said, I'm not very familiar with the Jet Synchrons. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and remember, guys, if you don't troll the meta, who will? I'll see you guys next time. Today I got a couple of cool little replays for you for my new Kaiju deck I just posted. This one, first one here is against Constellars, which, okay, not the most meta thing in the world, but it was a fun little duel, and it shows off a couple of things the deck can do, so I figured I would include it.